We live on location, man. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brothers, the Great Millstone Charlotte, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah. It's your brother Tazamat Debar and the brother Tazawam Gabor, coming back through the spirit. Charlotte GMS Great Millstone Charlotte. And before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to our apostle elders, the Great Millstone of well. Peace and salutation out of Akim, pushing this truth and our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. And basically, tonight, what you see, the lesson, he's losing this information of war, man. And the he is Esau Edom. And the information war that's going out is this word that's going out through the four corners of the earth, man. And that word is what? The testimony of Yahweh Shah. And the testimony of Yahweh Shah is what? The spirit of prophecy, what you seeing taking place now. Everything that you seeing taking place on this worldwide stage is the spirit of Yahweh Shah that's being manifested in these last days, man. And he's using who? The mouthpiece of the prophets, man. We're out here declaring the end of this man's kingdom, man. That's why you're seeing the wars, rumors of wars. That's why you're seeing the demonization as far as the men of the Lord that we're going to get into. And he's using this left ring, white ring paradigm shift. All these various avenues that he's using is basically to target the men of the Lord, man. And through the spirit, we're just going to jump straight into it, man. Brother, you got that for me?
Sir, this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time."
Khan, I'm going to have you read that again, and I'm going to look that word up, devil. Read that again for me, Baba Shah.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time."
Khan, and that word devil goes back to the Latin word diablos, which means deceiver. And here in this text, is it says prone to slander, the slanders accusing falsely, man. And that is who, man? The so-called white man. It's not talking about a fictional character that you read about in the scriptures, that a God is under the earth and just poking people in a red suit and in a pitchfork, man. No, that's not who it's talking about, man. This is talking about a man on the earth. And it says metaphorically applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of Yahweh, may be said to act the part of the devil or side with him. And that's who? Esau Edom. Lining up with what? 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, is talking about who? Esau Edom, man. He's doing the bidding of Satan, man. And you see that in these last days. All these draconian measures that's been taking place. He's playing the white ring, left ring. He's doing all these things because he wants to what? He wants to silence the prophets. He wants to silence us in these last days because we're exposing him on all angles, man. This is why he's known as the devil, the deceiver, man. But not knowing this, the scriptures say the deceiver, the deceiver and the deceiver are his, and that's talking about who? Yahweh's. So he's the one that's lining Esau Edom up to be deceiving these last days, thinking he's going to bring forth his new world order. But by bringing forth his new world order, he's going to try to bring forth these draconian laws, man. Because what comes with these draconian laws is he's going to demonize, and he's going to do what? Take away your freedom of speech. And that's what we're telling the people, man. He's going to take away his freedom of speech, but mainly this word. He wants to silence his words going out because we're what? Exposing him on all angles on what his agendas and his plans that he's trying to do in these last days, man. And I want to grab this right here because I don't know if brothers been paying attention to the news, but the way they've been slandering this guy, Alex Jones, man, even though we know he's an insider, but he's been exposing Esau for years, even going back, I think, to the late 90s to the 2000s, even with the Bohemian Grove and various things, as far as this martial law and various things that this devil's been planning for a long time. This guy has been exposing them for a long, long time. But throughout the years, I say these last couple of years, they've been trying to silence him, man, using this platform of what? Hate speech, anti-Semitic, all these different types of buzzwords so they can silence him. But at the end of the day, they're doing that so they can bring forth a case on the men of the Lord, man, and all so-called conspiracy theorists and truthers. Because he's been silenced on YouTube, he's been silenced on Twitter, and he's been silenced on other social media platforms where he can't speak out. And this is what you see in taking place. He's being what it says. The jury finds Alex Jones caused $4 million in damages to the Sandy Hook parents, man. So basically, he was trying to expose a psyop that took place back in, I think, the late 2000s, where a school got shot up, and he was exposing it, man. And you got to understand, within that psyop, you have crisis actors. Some of them people may have been real. Some of them kids may have been real, but at the end of the day, we know the agenda of the left hand and the right hand of Esau Edom. He's using the sleight of hand, Gadian dialect, to play on the minds of the people, man. And Alex Jones is nothing but a pawn in Esau Edom's little world, in his little pool, man. Because this is nothing but a distraction for a bigger agenda at hand, man. That's what they're doing, man.
Precept.
Bring it out.
Just feeding off of what the brother is saying, Daniel 8:25.
Beautiful.
And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Mm-hmm.
He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, that he shall be broken without hand. Okay? Mm-hmm. And the point is in the beginning of that verse, through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, because this man in his craftiness, as the brother was speaking on, he's pretty much setting the stage to pretty much come against the men of the Lord, man. Yep. All of these things that this man is pretty much concocting, these psyops, all of this Hegelian dialect, is all to try and come against the men of the Lord who are building the house of David. You see? Because as the scriptures speak of, we are spiritually at war, man.
Yep.
We are literally chanting down the destruction of this man's society, and we are seen as a threat to him. We are the greatest threat that this man sees in this society, and he's giving his all, right, through his policy making, right, through his legislation, to pretty much try and remove us out of the way. But hey, ultimately, man, none of that shit is gonna come to fruition.
And like you said, we're at war, man, because a lot of our people don't understand that this is a spiritual warfare that's taking place in these last days, man. And real quick, I wanted to grab this that was a beautiful precept you brought out. And this is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. This is why you have to be grounded in the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. You have to be grounded in this word, man, which is the foundation is Yahweh Shah, man, which is spirit of truth. Because through the eyesight, you can see through the madness and the bullshit that this devil is pushing, his agendas, man. That's part of the wiles of the devil. Like we said, that word devil goes back to diablos, the Latin word, which means deceiver, man. The different wiles, man. Because you gotta understand, man, he's very crafty, man. Like the brother brought out, man, the crafty. He's a craft to prosper in his hand. So he has all these different types of agendas and plans that he's trying to orchestrate in the mind and right in front of these people, while he's hitting them with the different variants and different things, psyops and shit, and inflation. He's hitting them and stressing them out where they can't really pay attention to the things that's really going to affect them in the days to come. In verse 12, here's the point. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what we're talking about, man. The ones, the 1%, the elites, the ones that own America, your Rothschilds, your Rockefellers, your DuPonts, your Armor Hammers, your Gettys, they own America, man. They own the central banks, man. They set up this system, which you see now. With that word system, go back to Pitt. This system that you see now is set up by Esau Edom, man. And it says that against the principalities and powers of this world, they've been set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah to be in a position of rulership, man. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The Most High gave this devil over, gave the world over to Esau Edom for a period of time. And this is what you see. He's ruling in wickedness, man. And he said against rulers of darkness of this world, man. Who's the prince of this world? Satan, man. And who's the ones doing the bidding of Satan? Esau Edom, man. It's a man on earth that's doing the will of Satan, man. And we can see that right now, man. This is why we see that the slander, that the propaganda, the demonization, all these things are being lined up. But we have to be in the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah to put on that whole armor to see through the bullshit. Because we see that the days that are ahead are dark days. Verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand. What is the evil day, man? The time of Jacob's trouble, man. That's what we're telling you, Jakes, man. You think this freedom of speech, when they take away your freedom of speech, they're gonna take everything else away with that, man. You won't be able to protest. You won't be able to have a court appointed lawyer to stand up for you in court. That's what they doing with Alex Jones. The lawyer basically or the judge told him that he basically can't defend himself, man. That he's guilty no matter what, no matter the evidence or the facts that he has, he's found guilty, man. That's showing you that's what draconian laws, man. And that's what they're coming with, man. And what you think that's lining up with, man? The MOTB. If you don't take this MOTB, they're gonna do what? They're gonna put you in a detention center or FEMA camp and penalize you to death, man. That's written. But you people, you think we're so-called conspiracy theorists, but no, your government is conspired to do these things to you, man. That's what you seeing taking place, man.
Got a precept to go along with what you just said, bro.
Bring it out.
Psalms chapter 62, verse 4.
Beautiful.
If they only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
Mm-hmm.
They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly.
And that's talking on who? Your so-called elites of this society, which are who? The Edomites, man. Even your Joe Six-Pack Edomites, they only consult to take him down from his excellency, roughly paraphrasing. And who is the he? The Israelites, man. They're coming against the men of the Lord. All these things you're seeing taking place is to demonize the men of the Lord for what we're saying. As me and the brother Atazamwan, before we started the lesson, like we said, man, why you think when you do your lessons now, when you play the video back, it says show the transcript? Because he's building a report. He's building a case on the Israelites. He's building a case on this, man. Why you think he has his puppet, Vocab Malone, his main target and focus is on the Hebrew Israelites, but he calls himself an evangelist? If he was an evangelist, he'll just be teaching the word, man. But his main focus is on the Hebrew Israelite, how to spot a Hebrew Israelite, how to use these precepts against the Hebrew Israelites. Even though you can do nothing against the truth before the truth, because he's been taking a major L, but they're showing you the agent activity that's being taking place in these last days that come against the men of the Lord, man. Because this devil, he's been cast down, man. He's been exposed at an all-time high. So all he has left is to come down with great wrath and demonize us and try to get us out the highways and hedges and off this internet, man. Because he see his time is up, man.
Precept, the beloved brother Debar Kabas posted in the chat, Yahweh Shemiel Shai Brakatah.
Shalom, brother.
Yahweh Shemiel Shai Brakatham to all you Akim, Quathium that's on the comments, that's viewing. The brother posted Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Break it down, bro.
God. And that's what we supposed to do, man. As the brother was speaking on, man, all of these things are being set up to come against us, man. These are the times that we're living in. This man, as we just read in Revelations 12:12, is prepared to come down with great wrath. You got to understand, man, this man is at his wit's end. He is in a power struggle right now to contain the hold that he has on his society. And what's his society based on? Lies and deceit. And as the brother titled this video, what? Esau is losing this information war, man. He is trying to do everything that he possibly can to combat the truth that's out here, man. Which the truth is really being exalted through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? So he's trying to come against that. So you got to understand, man, when you're coming against the Most High and this is your society, oh, you better believe all hell about to break loose. You see? Because the Most High is continually about to send perils and plagues upon this place, man.
And it's justified, man. Because like it says in Revelation 18:5, man, your sins have reached into heaven, man. And the Most High has remembered your iniquities, man. All the things you have done to the nation of Israel and even to our earth, to our planet, to our earth, because this is our world. You fucked everything up, man. You even fucked the heathen up, man, even though they're going into subjection as well into slavery, but you even fucked them up, man. You fucked everything up, man. So the Most High has remembered everything you have done, man. So now you're trying to hide yourself, as we was going into in the Bible study earlier. You're fulfilling your role as Cain, man, because you're trying to what? You're trying to hide and run for your judgment that's at hand, man. Can you grab me Isaiah 13 and 1 and read down to verse 2, Baba Kasha?
God, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
And it's spiritual, because this word and this testimony that we have of Yahweh Shema Shah is a burden to Babylon, man. And that's why you see they're so frustrated and upset that they're gonna try to demonize us to come up with a false narrative to get us out the highways and hedges, man. Because this is the burden of Babylon. Keep going.
Verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
And what's that banner? That banner is these scriptures, man. And that high mountain is this government system, man. The beast system, man. The rebuild of the Roman Empire, man, which is spiritually Babylon the Great and various other captivities, all constructed in one, man. Which we know is ruled by who? The Edomites, man. Keep going.
Exalt the voice unto them.
Mm-hmm.
Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
It said, exalt the voice unto him, fulfilling what? Isaiah 58 and 1, man. And lift up that voice as a trumpet, man. That's what you see on the highways and hedges. We're lifting up our voice as a trumpet. When you're lifting up your voice as a trumpet, you're sending a warning to the who? To the nation of Israel for the up and coming destruction that the Lord is about to bring upon our people, man. And for you, and the testimony of Yahweh Shah, man. It said, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. That's why the Lord said, what? Go into the highways and hedges and bid them to the marriage, man. We're in a chief place of concourse. We're in the gates of the nobles, man. We're in your downtown Dallas. When you're the apostles being 30 in downtown New York. All the chief place of concourse where you can where people buy and sell. That's where the prophets are at, man. Especially here in Babylon the Great and various other places around the world, man. Even across the pond in London, even in different various places in South America, all over the world. The prophets are standing up and shaking their hand and going to the gates of the noble, man. And this is why you're seeing the uproar and the frustration of this devil, man. Because hey, we're exposing them, man. The scriptures say, hey, grab me Isaiah 47 and 1, and I'm gonna read this this article real quick. This is our news punch. It says the UN declares war on dangerous conspiracy theories. The world is not secretly manipulated by global elite, which we know that's bullshit. Let me read that again. Which we know, that's how you know you're that's Esau, man. That's how you know you caught. You put the whole you gotta put that on the title. The world is not being secretly manipulated by global elite. That's how you know you caught, man. That's like the nigga that digging your fries and you know he got your fries in his mouth. Did you eat my fries? No. That's Esau. Fucking thief, man. It said the UN declares
he on damage control, man.
That's and it's tacky, man. It's tacky as hell. You might as not even said that shit. Now that's gonna make people that don't know what you're talking about. Now, if they had any common sense, they're gonna try to look it up. It says the UN declares war on dangerous conspiracy theorists. The world is not secretly manipulated by global elite, and that's bullshit. And everybody with a little bit of common sense know that this world has been manipulated, especially when the Crown Royal in '99, the Vicky came out, and it was just getting exposed, and that shit was just tacky as hell, man. That shit was getting exposed and more. Why? Because people was at home and they was doing their research and seeing that they've been fucking played, man. Especially them Joe Six-Pack Edomites, they saying that they've been shitted out of their birthright by these global elites, with the chief house of Edom, man. And it says the United Nations had declared war on the conspiracy theories, describing the rise of conspiracy thinking as worrying and dangerous. Why? Because it is troubling them, man. We have went to the gates of the nobles, man, and it's troubling them, and they're in a position of difficulty, man. And that's what you're seeing, man. Real quick, can you grab me? I'll grab it. This is the book of Job.
Isaiah 47?
Yeah, hold that Isaiah 47, book of Job 18 and 9. Bear with me, Baba Kasha. Bear with me. Let me see. Beautiful. Job 18 and 10. The snare is laid for him in the ground, a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. And this is what you seeing, man. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, because everywhere this devil go, he's been exposed on every side, man. We're exposing his so-called his spiritual religion, this Christianity, all these damn false doctrines. We're exposing his military, his all these fucking orchestrated wars. We're exposing his money system. We're exposing everything that this devil has set up to rule in wickedness, man. Terror should make him afraid on every side. And then you got what? Psalm 64:8, that their own tongues shall fall upon themselves. They own people. People like Alex Jones, that's exposing them, and we using their platform to expose them even more by lining it up with the scriptures, man. And that's why he's so mad, man. Read it again, Job 18:11. Terror shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. And this is why you seeing an article like the United Nations declare war on conspiracy theories, man, because he's afraid. He sees that it's worrying and dangerous and providing public with a toolkit to pre-bunk and debunk anybody who dares to suggest that the world governments are in anything but completing honestly upstanding and transparent, man, showing you that they know that they're fucking liars, man, and they've been exposed, man. That's why he said pre-bunk and debunk. Because why? Because people are doing research and going back, like we always say, follow the money, man. Follow who's sponsoring all these different agendas, man. Just like a lot of people was exposing to George Soros and all these so-called what was the Black Lives Matters and all these fucking movements. They were sitting there sponsored by these fucking elites. And then you see a lot of these agendas was set up by fucking Edomites, man, by your own government, by CIA government, man. The so-called feminist movement was set up by the CIA. All these different movements was set up, man. And they put the shit in movies, man, showing that his time is at an end, man. Esau Edom is running out of time. And he's been exposed, man. And this is why he's in scramble mode, man. You got that Isaiah for me, Baba Kashan? You hear me, bro?
Khan, I got you.
Khan, the water.
This is can you hear me?
Khan, yeah, Khan, yep.
This is Isaiah 47 and verse 1. It reads, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. But thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
And this is talking about who? The Edomites, man. It's American Empire, man. It said sit in the dust, sit in a state of confusion, man. And that's what you're seeing. They're sitting in the state of confusion. It said sit on the ground, there is no throne. Why? Because Esau Edom is being dethroned through the spirit, man. Sirach, the 10th chapter is in full effect, man. You're seeing a transition of power in these last days, because this devil, he has went through the whole world and just lying, rape, robbing, murder, man. Con, you back up, bro. Con, beautiful. So he's been dethroned in these last days, man. Can you read that again, Baba Kashan?
Con, this is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
It said, "Oh, virgin daughter of Babylon," because the customs of America go back to the custom of the Babylonians, man. Your different holidays and traditions go back to these Babylonians, man. Keep going.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne.
It said, sit on the ground, there is no throne. Why? Because he's being dethroned, man. Keep going.
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Oh, daughter of the Chaldeans. Why? Because the Chaldeans were your sorcerers and your warlocks and witches in the Babylonian Empire, man. They was the ones that was doing all the divinations and summoning up spirits, man. What you see that's taking place in America, man. All your so-called secret societies, your so-called Freemasons, Skull and Bones, all these different so-called secret cults that's here in America, that goes back to these ancient Babylonians, man, which are Hamites, man. That's nothing. That's why the scripture said there's nothing new under the sun. Keep going.
Right. But thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Why? Because America is going to be what? It's going to be destroyed. It's going to be destroyed by ICBM missiles, man. It's going to be invaded by foreign troops. It's going to be goddamn. It's going to have wars, all the domestic wars. You're going to have class wars, race wars, everything that you can speak in the scriptures as far as the prophecies and the plagues is going to be taking place here in Babylon the Great, man. Keep going.
Verse 2. Take the millstones and grind milk. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
And expose this devil. And that's what we're doing. So this is why he's in the uproar, because we're doing what we're exposing him for his different various agendas that he's trying to push in the last days, because he know what he has but a short time. His time is up. So when his time is up, he's coming for the men of the Lord, man. He's trying to silence the prophets. And I got a real quick off Wikipedia, and Apostles brought this out years ago before I came in the ministry. And it says Project Megiddo. And I just want to grab key points. It says Project Megiddo was a report researched and written by the United States Federal Bureau investigation under the director Louis Feach. Let me see. And basically it's identifying who? White supremacists, Christian identity, American militant movements, Black Hebrew Israelites, and apocalyptic cults, man, as potential terrorists who might become violent and react in the new millennium. And this was set up in 1999. And is this not what this devil's doing? Is this not what he's using vocab Malone for? Is it not what they're using their so-called CNN and Fox News for when it comes to these so-called white supremacists, all these different groups, and Donald Trump, all these different avenues, left brain, white brain, are different paradigm shifts that they're playing on the minds of the people so they can do what? Bring forth that great wrath and demonization so they can come down with great wrath, man. Because once they take away your freedom of speech, you best believe they're coming for them firearms as well, man. This is what they're doing, man. They're taking away your freedom of speech so they can start to do it, the demonization, man. But the only ones can see it is the men of the Lord, man. This has all been set up, man. This is nothing but a setup, man. But we know through the Spirit, the Most High ruler in the kingdom of men, he's the one that's bringing forth this wrath, man. That's why you have to be circumspect in these last days, man. 360 degrees, man. Do you have anything, bro?
Yeah, I did. Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people, saved by the Lord Yahweh, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. You see? And this is what Esau fears, man. Esau knows that these scriptures are true. You see? Yep. And his whole MO is to go contrary to the truth, man. This man is the border of wickedness, right? The accuser of our brethren. You see, this man's whole existence has been structured around lies. So now that the truth is out here, it's exposing our enemies, man, for a bunch of liars, you see? Yep. And as the brother Tazamak was speaking on with that Project Megiddo, the top priority is always going to be the men of the Lord, man. You see? Because the men of the Lord are the ones that have the 100% truth. Here it is. This man's society was pretty much erected on lies, wickedness, sorcery, witchcraft, deceit, everything contrary to how a kingdom is supposed to be operated. And now that you have the Bayaf Dawadah raising up in these latter days, hey, this man is frantic, man.
Yep.
He's like, he's afraid. How is this going on? How much time I got left? You know what I'm saying? That's why, hey, as Tazamak was saying, here it is. These niggas, they just over here trying to make it sound like they doing damage control, pretty much acknowledging the fact that people are aware that global elitists control the world, but they're trying to keep a grasp on the narrative. It's too late, man. The truth is out here.
Hey, that should take us. Hey, real quick, grab me Romans 10 and 18, man. Like you said, that truth is out here. That Esau, you through, man. Before you grab that, I'm gonna get this. This is Jeremiah 51 and 25. Behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain. Who is that? So Babylon the Great, America, said the Lord, which destroyeth all the world. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain. And this is what you're seeing, man. The Most High is taking Esau, Edom out of position of power, man. And it said, roll thee down from the rocks and make thee a burnt mountain. Why? Because America is going to be hit with ICBM missiles, man. This government is going to be what? Burnt the fuck up. And this is what you're seeing, man. And it starts with this word, man. We're exposing this devil, and the scriptures also say what? Consuming with the spirit of his mouth. And you read in the book of 2 Thessalonians, the second chapter, and that is what this word, man. When you go and I think it's Jeremiah 5:14, he said this word real quick. I grab that, and then you grab that real quick.
God.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, and verse 14. It said, therefore, thus said the Lord power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. And this is what you're seeing, man. We're burning this nigga up. He's on fire. Nigga looking like Lil Wayne out here, man. A damn hot boy. He's on fire, man. We're burning Esau ass up, man. His ass is on fire because he's what? He's on the hot seat, as I said. He's on the hot seat for all the left-hand witchcraft and sorcery that he's been doing since he's been in a position of power, man. Since he set this empire up, and he claims what 1776, which they did what? Set the declaration of wickedness, man, with their left-hand wickedness, man. That's what you're seeing taking place, man. And now what? It's been exposed, and it's been rolled down. He's being rolled out of position of power. Transition of power is taking place, man. You got that for me?
God, this is the book of Romans chapter 10, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and the words unto the ends of the world.
Mm-hmm. And this is what you see, man. He said, have they not heard? Hey, verily, their sound went out to the ends of the earth, man, fulfilling what Matthew the 24th chapter, the 14th verse, man. This gospel we preach to the end real quick. And it said, because what? This word has went out, and everybody sees, and everybody's hearing about the prophets, and everybody's hearing about the Israelites, and everybody's hearing about the judgment that's going to take place here in Babylon the Great for the wickedness, man. And everybody know who's the so-called white man. It's Esau, Edom, and his future judgment, man. So they what? They're afraid. They're in scramble mode. Like we read in Job 18 and 11, to terror should make them afraid on every side. Matthew 24:14, in this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. And this is what you're seeing, lining up with the brother just read. Romans 10 and 18, man. Let's read that again, man.
God, I had a quick precept, if I can.
Come on, bring it out.
Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 20. Mm-hmm. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. You see, so hey, this word, you see that when it says the book shall be open before the firmament, right? That's speaking about the unicorn, the World Wide Web. You see, that's pretty much been stretched across the whole globe, and the truth pretty much spread throughout that avenue. You see, as the brother had just read, this word has gone to all parts of the world, all four corners.
Yep.
You see? Jumping back to Romans 10 and 18. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
Their words unto the ends of the world, just like you lined it up through the unicorn, through the internet, man. This word has went out, man. It has reached to the four corners of the earth. Matthew 24:14, man. Backing you up. Psalms 19 and 1. It says, the heavens declare the glory of Yahweh. The firmament show his handiwork, man. And that's what this unicorn is word, the satellites, man. And it says, day unto day utter speech, night unto night show of knowledge, man. Using this unicorn, man. The satellites touching the four corners of the earth. There is no speech or language where the voice is not heard. Why? Because you have different ways. Now you have captions to understand what we're speaking on, man. And it says their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. The unicorn. We didn't have to go to China to teach. We didn't have to go to South America. We didn't have to go to London. For the apostles been in New York, and this word went out, man. It said their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. And them have he set a tabernacle before the sun. And it says, which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber and rejoicing a strong man to run a race. And this is what you see, man. Yahweh Shema Shai is being set to be ushered in for the kingdom of heaven. And by who? The men of the Lord. He's on his way back. We're ushering in the return of Yahweh Shah, because Yahweh Shah is what? The spirit of prophecy, man. And this is what you're seeing taking place through what? The unicorn, man. This is why this devil is in scramble mode, because he's seeing that his empire is at its end. It had its time, and now it's about to have its fall. Like it says in Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end from the beginning, and I will do all my pleasures, man. And what? The declaring the end from the beginning is what? Declaring the end of Babylon the Great. And then now you're seeing what? The transition of power, man. So this, like
That's
I said,
right.
man, this information, he's losing this information more because this word is going out, man. There's nothing this devil can do, man. Kind. And that's all I really had, bro. Just a real quick lesson to the spirit. You got anything, bro?
That's it.
Con, man. And hey, Lord willing, it was an edifying lesson. We just wanted to touch on the key points of how Esau Edom has been exposed, and his unicorn has been doing all the handiwork of exposure. And so all these various psyops you see it taking place, far as just Alex Jones, far as the UN declaring the war on conspiracy theories, all this is the ways so they can usher in their new world order with what? Taking down the freedom of speech, man. And this is what you see in draconian measures are at hand, man. So that's why we're saying, brothers, be circumspect on your walk, man. Because hey, the days are evil that's in these last days. A lot of bad things about to take place, man. But we know that's the time of Jacob's trouble, man.
That's
so
right.
With that, Aparatazah, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the spirit. And we want to close it out by saying, Call Halayullah, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to our apostle, elders, great millstone of the well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Kram Yasharala, gonna bob a ball.
Bob a ball.
Shalom.